Welcome, everybody. We are live here at Shelby Valley High School. We got Eugene Newsome, Darryl McCoy on the call as we got the last district matchup of the year, Pikeville versus Shelby Valley, boy-girl doubleheader, Eugene.
Yes, it is, and each team will have one game left after tonight. It will be Friday night. Pikeville will be on the road at Paintsville. Shelby Valley will finish their regular season tomorrow night here at home against Johnson Central. Somewhat of a homecoming, if you will, for head coach Jim Hicks, who was here many, many years as the boys coach here at Shelby Valley, bringing the girls here. And, of course, when you're looking at the girls basketball, Pikeville, along with a couple other teams, Shelby Valley's in that mix, Johnson Central. There's some other teams in there, but some of the best teams in the region are going to be featured on D&D.
Absolutely. As we're sitting here real quick, Eugene, we want to remind people that on February 24th, I'll find it here. On February 24th, there is for folks looking for a job in the coal fields, Black Hawk Mining is having a job fair up at Chief Logan Lodge in Logan, West Virginia. So, guys, they are offering a great way to support your family with great wages. You know, it don't matter whether you're green hat, red hat, they got a job for you. So make sure February 24th, Chief Logan Lodge is the place to be if you're looking for good, fair employment.
Well, that's awfully exciting news for so many coal miners have been displaced, and to be able to get back into the work that they love. More power to you, I tell you.
Yeah, so many
great news
has come and left this area because of the war on coal. So hopefully it gets some of the people back in the area, and we can take and get things our communities back together. Also want to remind people, May 26th, come out to the Williamson Fieldhouse as Afro Man and 69 Boys will be in the house. It's the 30th anniversary of 69 Boys Tootsie Roll, so you can be in the actual music video if you show up to the concert. Go tell them D&D Sports sent you, and they may give you a special offer, as right now you can get upper seats for $35, lower seats for $45. That's May 26th, Afro Man and 69 Boys. What do you know about that?
I had to plead the fifth on that one.
You don't know anything about Afro Man?
I just heard some stuff. I'm not the expert that you guys are.
Well, next time we're in the car on the road trip, I'm going to have to blast some for you, get you up to date. You never know. You and your old lady, you and your missus may want to go to that concert.
You never can tell. I can be seen at just about anywhere.
This one right here should be a great one. These two teams, there is no certainly dislike between the two fan bases and the two teams, so this is what you call a good old-fashioned mountain rivalry game.
It is. Some of the luster has been taken off of the rivalry over the past few years because Pikeville has been so dominant in girls basketball. As you see Trinity Rowe, a candidate for Miss Basketball, being introduced. Also, Kristen Whited, number 12, and number 22 being introduced for Pikeville. That is Kiera Thornsberry. Number 23, Leanne Jackson. And number 32 being introduced, that is Riley Tice. Coached by Christy Orm. And I'm looking a little bit, if you go back into the past, Darryl, the Shelby Valley squad you're seeing now is one of those real young teams that 2-3 years from now, if things develop and if it goes their way, they could be one of those teams that would be in the top of the region or be talked about in the realm of the state.
I agree 100% with you. This is a very good young team, and they got one of the up-and-coming superstars in Sophie Robinson.
Pikeville had their way with them. It was a 30-plus point victory.
Johnson.
And in the first meeting, they met back on February 5th. Jazzy Meade, one of the few seniors on the squad, had an outstanding career at Shelby Valley. Tomorrow night, of course, is senior night. And for those of you that didn't know, that game was a makeup, so tomorrow night is senior night. And here's a freshman, Miley Riddle, that I think has a great potential in basketball.
I'm a super fan of hers.
And Zoe Johnson being introduced, averaging a double-double, 14.9 points a ball game, 11.9 rebounds. And here is your freshman, Sadie Johnson. And Sadie is averaging just under 12 points a ball game. And number 32 is Lindsey Baldwin, an 8th grader. And Lindsey is averaging just under 11 points a game. So you got the experience. Pikeville, I think, starting 4 seniors tonight. Shelby Valley, they're starting an 8th grader, a couple freshmen. You're looking at, the present playing the future, I guess. If you're looking at this, of course, Pikeville will be heavily favored in this ball game, as well they should. But Mikey Hall, what kind of job has Mikey Hall done for Shelby Valley? 18-8 on the season. In his second year as head coach, he's done a phenomenal job getting these young ladies ready to play.
He has, and as you see right there, Miss Kiera Thornsberry averaging 14 points and 5 rebounds on the season. Tremendous job. But Mikey Hall, I agree with you. A lot of people thought this was a complete rebuild year, and he's actually, Shelby Valley's been super competitive this year with the talent that he's got on this roster.
Pikeville, of course, will have the experience, and let's see how Shelby Valley's going to start. Defensively, Brandy Rowe, as we mentioned, a candidate for Miss Basketball.
Thornsberry, also has Rowe for 3, Eugene.
Off the mark, and the rebound is going to be claimed by the Lady Wildcats. Christy Orm, fantastic coach. Multiple regional titles with the Panthers, and that's Sadie Johnson backing inside, missing. Zoe Johnson back to the basket with a rebound. Turnaround jumper won't go, and Pikeville's got it going the other way.
Rowe on the push. She kicks over to Whited. Whited stops, pops, and drops.
Well, that's the experience. That ball didn't touch the floor until it was in front court.
That's how you run a fast break, Eugene.
So the first points of the ball game.
Good defense. Active hands there by Thornsberry.
There's no answer for speed and experience. And Zoe Johnson loses control along the baseline.
Eugene may be the best front court in girls basketball with Sophie Johnson and and Zoe Johnson. Both of them two. A lot of people thought was going to be the future of the 15th region. Zoe finally healthy. There's Trinity Rowe. Lights it up.
And Darryl, that's the way you set a high post pick to get a shooter free.
Riley Tyson, Leanne Jackson, you're talking about, great front courts. They deserve to be mentioned in that conversation as well.
Here's a 3 out front, Jazzy Mead. So the senior gets Shelby Valley on the board, but again, as quickly as the ball goes through the net on one end, it's being put up and a shot on the other end. Here's Sadie Johnson, has her pocket picked. Whited with the steal, pushing it.
Back out, good ball movement around the horn. Whited, got to watch out. Whited, she is a 3-point threat. Maybe the best 3-point shooter on the squad.
Look at that.
Nice job. Trinity Rowe, that's, she's always going to find that. She's your prototypical floor general.
Well, Leanne Jackson saw that on the pick. The defender went low.
Yep.
So what do? You
it.
roll to the basket.
Yep.
And both defenders went with the shooter, left her open for a wide open shot underneath the basket.
And you can understand why they're paying that much attention to Trinity Rowe. She is a Southern Miss commit, Division I caliber point guard.
Some of the other young ladies have already committed to other colleges or are talking to other colleges. There's a nice block on the inside by Johnson.
Yeah, she swatted that one.
You can see her scoreboard in your upper right-hand corner of your device. 9-3, Pikeville with the lead. And we will tell you this is an interactive broadcast. We want to hear your comments. And I think Shelby Valley's done a pretty good job, Darryl, getting the ball down into the block. Held ball, it'll belong to Shelby Valley. They're doing the things right.
They are. They're doing the right things. They just got to capitalize on the offensive end. You know, they had a couple of careless turnovers there. If they can clean that up.
But in this interactive broadcast, we want to have you comment on your Facebook page. Let us know where you're listening from and watching from. A good pick out front that lets me get inside, and a blocking foul called on the inside.
You know, I'm tickled to death. This is the first time I've got to really cover. I think the first time I've got to cover the Pikeville girls this year, and definitely Shelby Valley could be my first time covering them as well. So, you know, two teams very familiar with. I know they got a load of talent, and you know, you mentioned Miley Riddle earlier. Keep an eye on that young lady for Shelby Valley too. She's a rising stud coming up the ranks.
Meade has all 5 of the Valley points. It's 9-5 Pikeville.
Now here comes Rowe picked up out top by Riddle. Whited has it on the wing, gets it down low to Thornsbury, and she's going to draw the foul.
And again, that you can tell an experienced ball club when they set the low pick and they curl around it, and they're getting the shot inside. Even though they didn't make it, they're going to get to the free throw line. So we're seeing slipping screens, we're seeing curling screens.
Yep.
We're seeing a lot of good things offensively from the Lady Panthers.
Catbird Isaac says, "Hi, my guys. Appreciate you tuning in, Catbird, as always." Catbird had scored 70 points in a girls' game one time, Eugene.
Wow.
So the very impressive Alvy Riddle says, anyone streaming Prestonsburg JV tonight? No, not the JV team. Alvy Riddle says, "Go Miley." Kelly Sloan says, "Let's go Jazzy." Jacob Sloan cheering on Jazzy. And Lacey Hall says, "Trinity Rowe is a beast at basketball. Very dedicated, rooting for both teams from Indiana."
We appreciate your comments and for tuning in to D&D. Rowe for 3. Just a little too hard. Offensive rebound.
Thornsbury hit her with the hezzy there, and she's going to kick it back out. Wided.
I like playing the zone out of bounds, and Shelby Valley stayed with it. And Zoe Johnson, averaging almost 12 rebounds a game, has her second rebound.
They'll swing it over. Zoe drives, kicks. There's Jazzy Meade driving, went for the reverse. Couldn't find the mark there. They're coming back the other way. Whited on the push in a hurry. Couldn't convert. Eugene Wildcats going back the other way.
3 in the air. Johnson works some muscles of one up and gets her first basket.
Trinity Rowe, she's going to swing it over to Thornsbury. Thornsbury, she's going to drop it. And yes, she does. I'm telling you, Kiera Thornsbury, you know, one of the most unselfish players you'll find in the 15th region.
13-7 and a steal.
She sacrificed everything for winning. And there you see right there.
Oh,
yep.
But she stayed with it.
Yeah.
Rowe missed it, stayed with it, and gets the assist. We have a timeout on the floor. 3:03 remaining first period. 15-7 Pikeville with the early lead. It's a short timeout, and we'll take one as well on the D&D Sports Network.
MGC Supply is your complete source for drainage and erosion control products. MGC Supply also sells services and installs Cummins generators. MGC Supply sells and delivers limestone gravel for businesses and homeowners. MGC Supply is your solution supplier and is proud to sponsor all the teams in Eastern Kentucky. 2590 U.S. Highway 23 South Pikeville, Kentucky, 41501. Give them a call today at 606-433-0077. Or you can call them at 606-794-6765.
And we are back here at Shelby Valley High School right now. We got the Pikeville Panthers leading Shelby Valley 15-7. Eugene Newsome, Darryl McCoy on the call. This first quarter brought to you courtesy of our friends at MGC Supply. You can find hardware, gravel, drain pipes, and more there, Eugene.
Absolutely. Hey, you know, this 15-7 lead that Piper's got, I don't have official stats, but I think a lot of it has been in transition.
Yeah. I agree. I think they've had 2 baskets not in transition. So you're spot on with that.
Pikeville's going to pick up man-to-man as Jazzy Mead looks it over. They're going to a 1-4 offensive set. Mead off the mark on the 3, out of bounds to Pikeville.
Yeah. You can tell, this is shows you how long it's been since I've covered Shelby Valley girls. Is that last time I covered them, Jazzy Mead was a lockdown defender, and that's about all she done. Riley Tice hits with the baseline jumper.
That's her first basket of the game.
Yeah, and Jazzy Mead, she's a lot more than just a lockdown defender now. You can tell they're dependent on her on some offense now.
Nice catch by Zoe Johnson. Doesn't finish. Sadie Johnson, maybe a push, but a rebound on the basket.
Here comes Trinity Rowe, kicks it up to Wada. Wada will pop that. And she's not going to miss that, Eugene.
No. And I'll tell you what, and again, that's 7 points for her. That ball did not touch the floor until she took a dribble to set her feet.
No, she's a sniper from downtown. Kicks up court. Here comes Trinity Rowe with the steal. Nice dish over to Wada. Wada gets second bucket there. That's 5 straight points for Kristen Wada.
She's got 9 for the game. Pikeville largest lead, 22-9. Shelby Valley, Zoe Johnson double teamed. There's a knock away and a steal.
How about Kiara Thornsberry with the strip there? Shelby Valley's going to get it back.
That was Lindsey Baldwin that came back and recovered defensively and was able to get the ball back for the Lady Wildcats.
Now, I tell you, when you talk Shelby Valley, one of my favorite players on the roster is Lindsey Baldwin. She outstanding. She's a 3-level scorer, and when she gets hot, you better watch out.
And she's an 8th grader.
Yeah,
look at that pass.
There you go, baseline jumper, good. That's number 15 with the bucket there. That is Sophie Woods.
Substitution for Shelby Valley, Momo Tuttle, number 4 coming in. And also for Pikeville, 0-0, Kylie Alvin.
Again, Kylie Alvin, a former Wildcat at Shelby Valley. So she's familiar with these rims. Coming out. Misses that one.
After the offensive rebound by Robinson, Jazzy Mead hits the field goal to make it 24-11. And Pikeville misses an easy one on the inside. And again, that's the 3rd time I'm saying it. The ball doesn't hit the floor.
No, that was Sophie Woods there missing the bunny. Catbird says, where's Keithley at tonight? Keithley is watching Prestonsburg and Belfry tonight, Catbird. He is, I got my guy Eugene. I'm actually in Eugene's neck of the woods. Eugene's normally the voice of the Wildcats, so, I'm invading Eugene's neck of the woods. Swings over to Thornsberry. Tice. Nice drive. Tice goes up, takes the contact, no good. It's going to be Johnson with the rebound.
20 seconds to get a shot off. Johnson, Sadie Johnson. Telling my age right now. I taught her mother in junior high.
Oh, wow.
Good pass inside, and Zoe Johnson with 7 seconds to get to the free throw line. And we got an injured player that just seemed to go down all of a sudden.
Who is it? Oh, no. No, you hate to see that. Thornsberry. Hopefully she's okay. She's one of the key pieces of this Pikeville squad, so they cannot afford to have her out very long. Looks like she may have just took like a knot, maybe went down on her knee or something. I think she'll be okay.
Zoe Johnson hits the free throw. That's her first point. And they're going to get Riley Tice out of the game for the final 7 seconds of the first period.
Yeah, Kiara Thornsberry, we was talking about Trinity Rowe. Kiara Thornsberry, also Division I talent, going to Jacksonville State. Here comes Trinity Rowe. Rowe, she's going to pop from the top of the key. Off the mark, and Sadie Johnson will rip down the rebound, but not enough time to do anything with it. We will end the first quarter. Pikeville 24, Shelby Valley 13. You're watching the Mountain's #1 source for sporting news, the D&D Sports Network.
If you've recently had a loved one pass, bring them to Hall & Jones Funeral Home in Virgie, Kentucky. We let you grieve in peace instead of worrying about a heavy financial burden of burying a loved one. Here at Hall & Jones, we have multiple chapels that can accommodate any size family. We look forward to helping you and your family here at Hall & Jones.
If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Del Barton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing available.
Or choose pre-owned with one of the largest inventories in the tri-state area with great low prices.
Visit our showroom filled with licensed Harley-Davidson apparel and more.
Don't write that check until you check with us, Mountain State Harley-Davidson, 61 Priest Bottom Road, or visit us online at mountainstatehd.com.
This is Bruce Walters from Bruce Walters Kia. By now you know Kia is a great vehicle, and you know they come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So why should you buy from Bruce Walters Kia? At Bruce Walters Kia, we're going to change your oil for free for life. And what you do with that money you save is up to you. Come check out the 2022 Kia Carnival and the 2021 Kia Sorento. Only at Bruce Walters Kia in Pikeville. Or shop us online at brucewalterskia.com.
Back here in Shelby Valley, Eugene Newsome, Darryl McCoy, the Pikeville Lady Panthers lead 24-13 over the Shelby Valley Lady Wildcats.
And a lot of it, as we talked about, has been in the transition game.
Bring it over, Whited has Woods at the foul line. She'll kick it out to Alvin. Whited going to fire another three, and same shot, same result.
I think you might want to know where number 12's at on the floor.
You absolutely, you better know,
and
because
not leave her.
She's having herself a night.
Zoe Johnson misses. Shelby Valley gets the rebound. Sadie Johnson along the baseline. Now the kick out, and the basket good. Sophie Robinson, her first field goal.
Whited swings it over to Alvin. Alvin back out top. Shyla Kidd. Front iron, no good. Oh, Alvin with the rebound and the putback.
Somebody forgot to block out, didn't they?
They absolutely did. And, you know, Shelby Valley, that's something that they got to do. They got to make sure they do all the little things if they want a chance to win this ball game.
That was a nice pass on the inside, and I see why Zoe Johnson gets a lot of rebounds. She battles in there, but no one's getting back. Pikeville's going on a 2-on-1 break.
Here comes Shyla Kidd. Shyla Kidd. Oh, nice dump off. Whited kicks it back out. You know, Eugene maybe just take the layup there. As guys hit that like and share button, get these numbers up here as we got a great ball game on tap for you, boy-girl doubleheader, Pikeville versus Shelby Valley. Again, this second quarter is sponsored by Hall & Jones Funeral Home. Hall & Jones Funeral Home right now, they opened 2 new funeral homes in Letcher County, and where's the other?
He has one in Virgie.
Okay.
And then he one in downtown Jenkins.
There you go. So Letcher and Jenkins, or Virgie and Jenkins is where the funeral homes are. So make sure, guys, they will make sure that you don't have to break the bank to bury a loved one, and you can grieve in peace. It's Hall & Jones Funeral Home.
Good move by Riddle. There's going to be a foul. You know, I know Shelby Valley's down by 14 in a ball game that they're playing one of the top teams in the state of Kentucky in the Pikeville Lady Panthers. But you got to see the improvement over the last 12 to 16 months that these girls have had.
1,000%. You know, that's the thing. You know, they're down, but you know, they're being mildly competitive here, and that's what you want to see if you're Mikey Hogg, because you know they've made a stretch to where a lot of people thought they was going to be, you know, the basement of the 15th region, and now all of a sudden you look and they got one of the better records. They've shocked a lot of people this year. Big fan of what Mikey Hall's done, and these girls, I think they got a very bright future here.
It's Isabella Causey that's in the lineup, right, number 14. And he's going to have a deep bench. And, of course, you know, we could talk all night about the success of the Lady Panthers, what they've accomplished.
Yeah, they was one game short, made it to the All-A region finals. Nice block error by Leanne Jackson. Riddle had it stripped. Coming out on the break, Riley Tice. Tice leaves it, gets it back over. Wadded for another bucket.
14 points here in the first half.
Krista Wadded has come to play tonight. Nice dump down. Causey going to go to the free throw line.
.507 remaining in the first half, 31-15. Final week of the regular season. Friday night is the last night for regular season basketball. And then district tournaments.
Yeah, district tournaments start what, Monday?
57th is at Martin County, 58th at Prestonsburg, 59th at Pikeville, and the 60th is at Pike County Central.
Yeah.
And then some teams we've been covering in Letcher County, the 53rd district is going to be played at Knott County.
Yeah. They'll be at Knott County, and
the 14th region boys is at Powell County. The 14th region girls is at Estill County.
yeah.
And the 15th region will be at the Expo Center, or I call it the Expo Center. It's the Appalachian Wireless Arena.
Now the 56th district, I'm pretty sure that's what that is with Hazard and Perry Central. Their district tournament will be at Leslie County.
And then the 16th region tournament traditionally is held at Morehead State University.
Yeah. There's Thornsberry back in the game. She misses that one.
Oh, some thoughts on some people, you know, it depends on who you're talking to and stuff. A lot of people are getting to the point where they like to see the region go back to the schools.
They are. There are a ton of people. You know, I've heard more backing for it being back in the schools here lately than I ever have. And, you know, there's many different reasons why. But, you know, if you want to hear a good conversation on it for either way, tune in to the grind session on Wednesday nights as we will dive into, you know, our thoughts where it should be.
Well, you know, I may call in on that show.
There you go.
I got a definite opinion about it.
Love to hear it. So
I'll give you a sneak preview.
Well,
when you have the tournament at the schools, the atmosphere, yes, is great. But I'm going to tell you what, for about 2 weeks, it really puts a strain on the education at the schools because they have to have all the stuff done for the tournaments. Oh, Pike will quickly gets a basket. From parking to concessions to everything, when it's at Morehead State or somewhere, you don't worry about those things. That's the positive, is it doesn't upset the educational day. Your teachers are not out all week working games, but you only do it once every 4 or 5 years. So
I'm saying you can still do it, and you know, I if it was up to me, you would take and have one high school in every district to represent that district, and then let each team rotate hosting it. You know, or in district tournament, the region. That's what I would do. The same thing. I would have, you know, each district would have one school that represents that district. So, for instance, you know, whether you have it here at Shelby Valley or, you know, you have it, we'll stay here during this time out.
Well, they kind of do that, but they have, you know, like a district is responsible for a lot of the periphery of the region tournament. But, you know, the security, the parking and everything is left up to the event.
Yeah, I don't.
It's got its advantages both ways.
Yeah, I agree 100%. You know, I'm not for it, strongly one way or the other. But, you know, if you ask me where I would rather have it, it would definitely be in the high school. You know,
I like what West Virginia does, and there's not a whole lot that I will agree.
Yeah.
But one thing is that you got to play it, but you have to have a certain amount of seats available before you can play it in a certain gymnasium. And each level of play increases the size of the arena, doesn't it? Like when you get to sub-state and stuff, you got to play it like at a Logan Field House or something like that. You can't play it
from sectionals to regionals.
From sectional to regional, yeah.
You do have to have a certain size arena to do it. We run into that with Huntington St. Joe. You know, they're going to have to play their games at Spring Valley because it's such a small gymnasium. There's 3 straight away, no good.
Jazzy Mead, and now it's a foot race. And Trinity Row wins.
You know, but the one thing I can tell you before we leave the subject, you know, I would love for my son to witness what it's like to see a packed gym going wild in a region tournament. And the only way that's going to happen is in a high school.
Yeah, when it first went to the Expo Center, I remember, you know, a Paintsville Valley game, or maybe it was Paintsville Pikeville, where there's about 5,000 attended at the then Expo Center. But I'm like you, the crowds, for whatever reason, have not been what they once were.
It's just not the same feeling, and it's not just that. It's the community numbers that went down, and there's a lot that plays into that. And there's Nicole Lynn in the game now for Pikeville. Let's swing it over. Whited for another 3-pointer. Somebody call the fire department. Somebody put that fire out, Eugene.
20 points here in the first half.
Yeah, and but you know when it happens to be at places like that, you know, I mean, there's a lot of pluses and minuses, and you want to stay tuned to D&D because we're going to do a feature story on it coming out soon.
Sadie Johnson stripped of the basketball. And a run out on the other end, 22 points in the first half.
22 of the 43 for Kristen Whited so far. She's been the story of the game so far.
Sadie Johnson leading Shelby Valley with 8 points.
Nicole Lynn with the steal. Here comes Lynn on the break. Lynn, she'll kick it to the corner. Back to Lynn. She's going to miss it there. Riley Tice sneaks in for the rebound and going to get fouled by Zoe Johnson. You know, Riley Tice, a track star, she will be running track at the University of Pikeville, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
So don't forget, guys, up next, Shelby Valley and Pikeville boys will be in action right here on the D&D Sports Network. You do not want to miss that one, as we got 2,000 point scorer, Eli Johnson. Then we got Charlie Fitzer, who's got every college in the state minus UK and Louisville after him. Big-time talent, 6'9", maybe 6'10". Then Ian Knox, you got a slew of people. And then over for Shelby Valley, you know, you got my guy Riley Phillips, former Pond Creek boy. They're pounding it down low there. Easy Causey may have got away with the travel.
They're going to clear it back out and go to a 1-4 set. Good hands by Zoe Johnson.
Yeah, she snagged that out of the air.
It's going to be the 4th team foul on Pikeville, so a common foul will give Shelby Valley the basketball underneath their own basket as Sophie Robinson comes back in for the Wildcats. Zoe Johnson going to come out.
So we've got Trinity Rowe back in the game.
And Lindsey Baldwin, the 8th grader, to inbound it.
Eugene, Trinity Rowe, as we said, you know, McDonald's All-American nominee, and Kiara Thornsberry is the only Division I player in the state of Kentucky not to get Division I McDonald's nominated.
So So we have a discrepancy in the scorebook right now as the officials are meeting at the scores table.
Well, Cody's on there. I don't know if Cody's masked up to par. We may may need somebody to go down there. Now Cody's my guy. One of my favorite officials in the region.
Well, it's an administrative issue, whatever it is. So they're going to say now that the fouls was incorrect on the scoreboard. So that was, in fact, the 5th team foul against Pikeville for the quarter, which means Zoe Johnson could not come out of the ball game. She's back in to shoot the free throws.
She's going to sink the first. Eugene, the Melissa Hunter Reynolds says, let's go Lindsey Baldwin. Listen, that right there is what you get when you see Pikeville play. When you go to Pikeville, you got a target on your chest. Every other school is cheering against you. And that's when I look in the comment section, I see so many people from other areas. That's what I like. Them kids have a lot of weight on their shoulders because they know everybody in the region is cheering against them, but they still go out there and put on a show. That's Pikeville is one of them schools that people love to hate. And it's because they win. There's Kristen Whited with a knockdown three-pointer.
That's her fourth three-pointer.
Yeah.
4 of them here in the half.
Alvin kicks over to Rode. Tice with the baseline jumper. Good. And Jazzy Mead.
Tice has 10 points in the game.
Big Riley Tice fan. Maybe the Dennis Rodman of girls basketball. They'll swing it out. Jazzy Mead has Kylie Alvin, and Kylie Alvin trying to push her left. Look at that, how much she's overplaying her. That tells me that she's played with her and she knows her strengths.
And running the fast break and getting the layup.
Yeah, Kylie Alvin. That very smart tactic by Kylie Alvin.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to see. Yeah, that was really nice. An offensive rebound by Causey, and she can't get it to go. I'd like to see this Sacred Heart team that has beaten Pikeville, twice?
Yeah.
And they won at home at Sacred Heart on Friday, double-digit victory. I'd like to see them in person.
Well, I watched Sacred Heart. Definitely this year. The Pikeville, they got the 15th region, got the 3rd region.
I'm not sure, girls.
So tomorrow night, man, this is a tough back-to-back night. Tomorrow night, you got Johnson Central coming in here, the 2 best teams in the region this year, back-to-back nights for Shelby Valley.
There's the horn ending the first half of play. Big lead for Pikeville. They're up 52-23. We'll step away, and when we come back, we'll have our halftime report for you. This is the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to Valley Pharmacy, where the staff treats you like family from the second you walk through the doors. Valley Pharmacy will take care of all your pharmaceutical needs. Valley Pharmacy wants to wish the Shelby Valley Wildcats the best of luck in tonight's action.
I started at Double Quick as an associate when I was still in high school, and I quickly realized that there was a career in front of me.
Whenever I was a store manager, I graduated college and I expected to leave about a year after graduation. I knew that this was a place that I could continue to grow, I could continue to be challenged both personally and professionally, and that's the reason that I'm still here today.
Start your career today at Double Quick.
Apply at doublequick.com and start your career today.
Craving a taste of Central America? Head to Sal's Steakhouse. Sizzle your senses with mouthwatering steaks, juicy burgers, savory chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Sal's Steakhouse, where your taste buds will thank you. Unleash the flavor at Sal's. Taste tradition, taste the difference.
MGC Supply is your complete source for drainage and erosion control products. MGC Supply also sells services and installs Cummins generators. MGC Supply sells and delivers limestone gravel for businesses and homeowners. MGC Supply is your solution supplier and is proud to sponsor all the teams in Eastern Kentucky. 2590 U.S. Highway 23 South Pikeville, Kentucky, 41501. Give them a call today at 606-433-0077. Or you can call them at 606-794-6765.
Eastern Kentucky understands the importance of taking care of one another. That's why after graduation, I came home. 25 years later, I've put together a team at Glen Martin Hammond Law Offices dedicated to fighting for your legal rights. When you're dealing with a sensitive legal issue, you want someone who will take care of you as a person, not just another case. Our team will help you through the legal process of Social Security, personal injury, work injury, car wrecks, wrongful death, medical malpractice, and nursing home neglect. Call us today.
Hi, everybody. Dave Baker here for Citizens Bank in Kentucky. Do you want to love your car even more? How about putting extra cash in your pocket each month by refinancing with new low rates at CBK? It is fast, it's easy. All you have to do is log on to wearecitizens.bank.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live here at Shelby Valley High School. Eugene Newsome, Darryl McCoy on the call here as we are at the half. You're watching the MGC halftime update here. Right now, 52-23 lead for the Pikeville Panthers over the Shelby Valley Wildcats. Eugene, what's the first half rundown?
Well, Sadie Johnson's leading Shelby Valley in scoring with 8 points in the first half, 7 for Jazzy Meade, 4 points for Zoe Johnson. Sophie Robinson has a couple points. From the free throw line, the Wildcats are a perfect 6 of 6. For Pikeville, they have Kristen Whited has absolutely been, the spark plug. 23 first half points, including 4 3-point baskets, and then followed that with 10 points for Riley Tice, 6 for Trinity Rowe, but she's probably got 6 assists to go with those points, and then 5 points for Kiera Thornsberry, 4 each for Kylie Alvin and Lee Ann Jackson to round out the scoring. For the Lady Panthers, they went to the free throw line. They were 6 of 10 from the free throw line in the first half were the Lady Panthers, and we're at the break. 52-23, the Lady Panthers with the lead. Each team will have one game left after tonight. It will be Pikeville on the road at Paintsville Friday night. Shelby Valley back here tomorrow night for senior night, as they will host the Golden Eagles of Johnson Central High School.
Yeah, so, rough slate of games for Shelby Valley, as they'll have 2 big powerhouses, the 2 top teams in the 15th region, on back-to-back nights. And then you got Coach Hicks coming back to Shelby Valley. Guarantee he'll want to win that one, Eugene.
Absolutely, and, you're looking at a district game here tonight. Normally, district games are concluded a couple of weeks prior to district tournament action. We had those 10 days where we were kind of snowed in, and things went at a snail pace as far as getting games in. Hence the boy-girl doubleheader to get the district regular season games in before district tournament starts next week. And for the 59th district, it will be at Pikeville High School.
You see Mikey Hall right there. See what kind of adjustments he made here at the half. You mentioned before the game about how much improved team at Shelby Valley is this season, and watching them so far, the thing that stands out to me is the effort.
Well, it's there, and I'm going to the people that have heard me broadcast in the past, I will say, give me age and experience over talent a lot of times, especially when that talent is really, really young.
Thornsberry kicked up the row. Rowe missed the lay-in. Here comes Shelby Valley back the other way.
This is Sadie Johnson, a freshman, and she's going to score it and get into double figures.
Sadie is the sister of Brady Johnson, who hopefully he'll be back sooner than later, who's out to injury.
He missed a lot of football season to injury, and then tore his ACL.
I'm a super fan of Brady's and Sadie's.
Well,
Wadded again right there, starting where she left off in the first half.
Any adjustment on her at halftime didn't work.
I'll tell you, she's saying she wants that mingy beef jerky at the end of the game.
Well,
definitely been the story here tonight.
It'd probably have to be an armed robbery to keep her from getting it, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. You're going to have somebody step up in a big way here. Wadded gets it down to Leanne Jackson.
They're going to call the foul. Yes. Foul is going to be on Sadie Johnson.
Leanne Jackson, the younger sister of former Pikeville standout Christian Builder. Did you know that?
I had heard that. It wasn't something that was in my forethought.
Here comes Jazzy Meade.
Jazzy, of course, I'm not familiar if I think she plays softball as well, but she was fantastic at volleyball.
She's a really good volleyball player, and
just an athlete.
Yeah, I'm used to her. She broke up on Dodo Rose teams, played early in her career, and she earned her way on the court by being an elite defender.
This is that 3.
Nice pass. Kristen White had fired one in there to Leanne Jackson. Leanne Jackson going to the line for a chance at an old-fashioned. No, she missed it. Yeah, so she's going to go for 2. Tell you, something's off with me tonight. My headset's a little off, and it's throwing my equilibrium off, a little off balance. Jackson hits the second.
2 of 2 from the line. She's got 6 points. So you have to go low on that pick right there. That sets up the 3.
And Pikeville right back the other way. And they go straight back down to Jackson again. She's going to go back-to-back trips to the charity stripe.
If we had the instant replay, I'd be telestrating right now. If you go below the pick, the high post pick, that leaves that point guard wide open for the shot straight away.
Well, I'll tell you, we do got instant replay. I'm not great at it, but I may try to get that in for you sometime tonight.
Okay. And then if they go across the pick, or go above the pick, you want to roll to the basket. I wonder if that's what they call the dribble drive. There's a double pick on the high post. And Mee's going to get to the lane and misses the shot. Johnson follows. She'll get to the free throw line.
Sadie Johnson had some choice words. And that's one thing I like about Sadie, too, is she's got that chip on her shoulder. She's good, and she'll let you know about it. You guys hit that like and share button. Get that number up here as we got the girls game here. Boys-girls doubleheader up next. We got the boys action coming up directly after this one.
See if we have the announcer's jinx. Shelby Valley 7 of 7 from the free throw line tonight.
Let's see here. You dirty dog. You dirty dog, Eugene.
Woof, woof.
Yeah. Here we come. Rowe kicks over to Jackson. Jackson to the corner. Wadded to Tice. Off the mark. Then Jackson rips down the rebound, kicks out Trinity Rowe. Trinity Rowe gets it down to Tice. Tice spin move up. She'll miss it. $1 million move with a 10-cent finish. As beautiful spin move, just couldn't convert. Here comes Meade back the other way. Meade kicks it over. Riddle couldn't hold on to it.
It's going to stay with Shelby Valley. Shelby Valley coming with a double high post again. Meade. Riddle thought about it.
Riddle dumps it down to Causey. There's Kiara Thornsberry. Gets it to Rowe. Here comes Trinity Rowe on the break. Nice dish. Wadded. Oh, nasty swat. Jazzy Meade sent that one packing. Says not on my watch.
That was going to be a highlight, fast break, but Jazzy Meade, highlight hustle to knock it away.
Now you got Lindsey Baldwin coming back out of the game.
4:26 to go. It's been all Pikeville.
Yeah, there's Wadded.
Well, if they're
Wadded
giving her the shot and she's not taking it.
She's got to shoot that. She's too hot tonight. There's Kiara Thornsberry. She says, I'll take it. Off the mark. Riddle with the rebound. She gets it out to Meade.
Bounce pass deflected.
Yeah. Here comes Rowe and the Panthers on the break. And right now, Riley Tice and Trinity Rowe not on the same page on that one. Christy Orr.
Timeout on the floor. 4:01 remaining in the third period. Currently Pikeville in command, 58-29. Back after these messages on the D&D Sports Network.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today.
We're back here. Eugene Newsome, Darryl McCoy, you're watching boy-girl doubleheader, Pikeville versus Shelby Valley in a good old-fashioned mountain rivalry game here. As right now, Pikeville up big on the Wildcats. As you look on the scoreboard, 58-29.
One of the things, too, you got to look at, especially these teams, that are real high in the power ranking, is you want to have everybody healthy going into district region tournament.
Thornsbury come up with the steal, but they're going to say it's going back. I don't know. They're giving it to Pikeville. I thought they was going to give it to Shelby Valley, but the Pikeville is the number 2 team in the D&D Sports Mountain Top 10. And do you know who the number 1 team is, Eugene?
Corbin?
Nope. Corbin not in our coverage area.
Oh, they're not?
No, we cover 14th, 15th, 16th, and we got, I think, 32 schools in West Virginia. I think you could probably guess a while and not guess it, so I'll go ahead and tell you.
Go ahead and tell me.
The Wayne Lady Pioneers.
Okay. Where are the Johnson Central Golden Eagles? Top 5?
They are ranked 6th, I think. Yeah, I think it goes Wayne, Pikeville, then in some order, Boyd County, Ashland, and
has Mingo made it yet?
No, they. I think their strength of schedule hurts them with the voters, but it. Who was the other one? It was Ashland, Boyd, and Russell is in that 3, 4, 5 spot, and then Johnson Central 6.
Well, we saw Boyd in the girls' Section 8 at Pike County Central in the 2A Classic.
Yeah, Audrey Biggs is a stud, or whatever the female word for stud is.
We have a timeout called on the floor, 58-29 the score. And Darryl, let's take a short break. We'll be back on the D&D Sports Network.
MGC Supply is your complete source for drainage and erosion control products. MGC Supply also sells services and installs Cummins generators. MGC Supply sells and delivers limestone gravel for businesses and homeowners. MGC Supply is your solution supplier and is proud to sponsor all the teams in Eastern Kentucky. 2590 U.S. Highway 23 South Pikeville, Kentucky, 41501. Give them a call today at 606-433-0077. Or you can call them at 606-794-6765.
Come on down to Valley Pharmacy, where the staff treats you like family from the second you walk through the door. Valley Pharmacy will take care of all your pharmaceutical needs. Valley Pharmacy wants to wish the Shelby Valley Wildcats the best of luck in tonight's action.
And we are back here. Eugene Newsome, Darryl McCoy here in the third quarter. 3 minutes left in this one, and 58-29 lead for the Pikeville Lady Panthers over their rival, Shelby Valley Wildcats.
You were telling me that Audrey Biggs had committed to Pitt.
Yeah, she will be playing her college basketball at the University of Pittsburgh.
Well, Jasmine Jordan, her running mate, has committed to play at Rio Grande University.
Oh, wow. So I didn't know that. She
say that again, real loud, please.
I didn't know that. That was definitely caught me off guard. I didn't know she had committed.
She had committed to Rio Grande.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Good spot for her. I'm a big fan of Rio Grande.
And she, coming off of a torn ACL, having a fantastic year. We got to speak to both of them during that tournament at Pike Central. And Sadie Johnson continues scoring for Shelby Valley. That gives her 13 points on the night.
Alvin swings it out. You got Compton in the game now for the Panthers. Gets it Nicole Lynn also in the game.
Great pass.
Yeah, gets it down to Compton. Compton gets blocked by Johnson. Jazzy Mead coming back the other way. She gets it down to Sadie.
That's one thing, too, that Johnson will learn as she gets a little older. You get the ball in the paint like that, you can expect somebody to collapse from the backside.
Always. And, next year it's going to get rougher for her. There goes Zoe Johnson. Spins off the mark. Nicole Lynn rips down the rebound. Lynn, nice Euro step. Can't convert, though. Sadie with the rebound. You're talking about that. That's something that next year I think, they'll I think it'll be even tougher because, without Zoe Johnson down there, all the attention will go to Sadie. Nicely in there by Jazzy Mead.
Well, there's one thing, too, I got a little bit of way out front for a three is missed. The thing that I think would really help Sadie Johnson and the Shelby Valley Wildcats is sometime between now and next season, really work on handling the ball in the open floor.
You're 1,000% right. That's one thing that they've got to have is that ball handler. And ideally, you'd like to see Lindsey Baldwin or Riddle maybe step into that role because Jazzy, she's a senior, right?
Yeah, she is, and they will. I mean, you're looking at freshmen and eighth graders, playing in high school varsity. Listen, back in the day, only 12 people got to play on the varsity, and if you were in the eighth grade, you were lucky to get to stand under the basket and get to throw the ball back to the people warming up.
That's what kids these days don't understand. You hear freshmen and eighth grader parents crying all the time. My kid ain't getting 25 minutes a game. You go back, a decade, you just didn't see that. It was very rare. You had to be a transcendent talent to play it at that young of an age. So nowadays, kids, they don't realize, there's a reason why the upperclassmen get to play. They're normally more fit to handle the pressure and have the experience.
In some states, freshmen couldn't play varsity. They had to play JV or middle school. It was 7 through 9.
Yeah, that's true. And, there's, a lot of states still don't let eighth graders play.
That's West Virginia. Kentucky is a shot at the end of the horn, or at the end of the quarter. We'll talk more about that. As we return, right now, it's Pikeville leading big over Shelby Valley, 60-33, 59th district action.
I started at Double Quick as an associate when I was still in high school, and I quickly realized that there was a career in front of me.
Whenever I was a store manager, I graduated college and I expected to leave about a year after graduation. I knew that this was a place that I could continue to grow, I could continue to be challenged both personally and professionally, and that's the reason that I'm still here today.
Start your career today at Double Quick.
Apply at doublequick.com and start your career today.
If you've recently had a loved one pass, bring them to Hall & Jones Funeral Home in Virgie, Kentucky. We let you grieve in peace instead of worrying about a heavy financial burden of burying a loved one. Here at Hall & Jones, we have multiple chapels that can accommodate any size family. We look forward to helping you and your family here at Hall & Jones.
This is Bruce Walters from Bruce Walters Kia. By now, you know Kia is a great vehicle, and you know they come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So why should you buy from Bruce Walters Kia? At Bruce Walters Kia, we're going to change your oil for free for life. And what you do with that money you save is up to you. Come check out the 2022 Kia Carnival and the 2021 Kia Sorento. Only at Bruce Walters Kia in Pikeville. Or shop us online at brucewalterskia.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here at Shelby Valley High School as we got boy-girl doubleheader. Shelby Valley and Pikeville. Right now it's the Pikeville Lady Panthers winning big, 60-33. Eugene Newsome, Darryl McCoy on the call.
And Christy Orem taking an opportunity to get different players more time, but there's a strong offensive putback.
They done a good job there at the end of the third, sprinkling in their bench, and they went back to the starting lineup now, but I expect the bench to come back in here momentarily. But and all things considered, I think Shelby Valley has played this game a lot closer than most people thought they would. And that's been the big thing. I'm not big into moral victories, but if you're Mikey Hall, you got to feel pleased. There's Jazzy Mead with the 3.
15 points for Jazzy Mead on the night.
Because Pikeville is, dominating. It's not Valley, it's everybody in the region. So there you go. Nice job by Lindsey Baldwin hitting the floater.
Fade away. And Zoe Johnson makes sure that the layup was not made.
Eugene Newsome, guys, here my co-host tonight. As Eugene, you have become such a beloved member here in Shelby Valley. I get phone calls saying, put Eugene on the call. Twice I've got phone calls during the day saying, are you covering Shelby Valley? We're like, yeah. And they say, well, can you make sure Eugene Newsome's on the call?
Says a lot about their social life.
It does, doesn't it? Here we go. They kick it out to Jazzy Mead.
Well, I appreciate that. Done a lot of games.
Definitely done a lot of games here in this gymnasium and on this campus. There you go. Fade away, no good.
I'll give you a little story next time we get an opportunity. And
there you go. Stop, pop, and drop for Kiara Thornsberry.
The first time I ever put on a headset to do a halftime show was in the winter of 1976, Darryl. So that's how old I am. And one of my favorite coaches that I ever played for, another three-pointer, Molly Riddle. One of my favorite coaches that I ever played for was doing Pikeville High School basketball. And they were doing a game at Virgie, and I'd already graduated and was trying to play a little ball to the next level. Not very successful at it, but he asked me to help him out a little bit. And he said, hey, I need you more often. You did a good job with that. And that little bit of encouragement probably created a monster.
That's how you got into media.
Gene Davis, my American Legion baseball coach.
That is definitely a neat little tidbit to know. So
my gosh, do the math. 86, 96, 06, 16.
Yeah.
Was it 48 years?
Yeah.
But I was 16. I had played. I was 19, and I had played 2 years of American Legion baseball for Post 83. Some of the good times, and Coach Davis passed away around Christmas time. Of course, assistant coach for Pikeville right now, Frosty Davis, his dad. Gene coached.
Oh, okay. So it's
Gene
Frosty's
coached,
dad?
Yeah. And Gene coached football and basketball at Pikeville High School. And the baseball and the Davis Park is named after him at Pikeville High School.
Okay.
It was named after two Davises, I think, and he was one of them.
I sure didn't know that. Here comes Jazzy Mead on the push. Jazzy Mead. She has Baldwin over on that far side. Mead's going to pop the three, top of the key. No good. Zoe Johnson fighting for the rebound. Jazzy Mead comes up with it. Mead has Baldwin. Baldwin for three. Off the mark. Kiara Thornsberry chases down the board. Here comes the Panthers, and she's going to get fouled and go to the charity stripe.
Now I'll give you another little bit of history. Ronnie Paul was doing games on tape when he was in the 8th grade. Doing on reel-to-reel tape for playback, audio playback.
Huh. So Ronnie Paul, he's probably been at it a little longer than you then, right?
Well, our basketball coach in grade school would have him do play-by-play of audio. Mm-hmm. And would play it back. Of course, we didn't have video where you could watch yourself on film.
Yeah.
But he would play that tape back and stop and say, and then teach us from that point. A little ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Francis Von Tackett was his name. outstanding.
Francis
grade school.
Fawn Tackett.
He was a longtime educator and principal in Pike County Schools. I think he's still alive, living on Indian Creek.
Yeah, I tell you, Eugene, I wasn't supposed to be here tonight. I was supposed to be somewhere else. And your trusty sidekick, Jaden, who ain't so trusty tonight, but Jaden ended up not working, so I come up and joined you on broadcast here. But in honor of our guy, Jaden, we're going to do a Shoes of the Night tonight.
Boy, hasn't he got something started.
He has, and we'll do that in honor of our guy, Jaden. Now I can't, most shoes, I won't be able to tell you what the name of them are.
If they look good.
That's it, I do. And let's see here. If we know.
I see a couple candidates. Check Kylie Alvin out on the right side of the lane.
Right side of the lane. Oh. She got multi. Now, I'm pretty sure them are LeBrons.
And then Zoe Johnson on the other side.
I think those are the same shoe, maybe a
but
different
she's wearing the same. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a different colorway.
Well, we have a shoe of the game for each team.
And I'm probably off 1,000% on the names of them.
Well, somebody was wearing LeBron halos the other night.
Yeah, that's my son. I tell you, I had to work many nights overtime to get them babies for him. I know right there, them are Giannis's that Lindsey Baldwin has on. Them right there, LaMelo balls that Sadie's got on. Got the flames on them. But I'm a little different. Jaden, I think, calls it, he likes the flamboyant ones. I like a good clean shoe.
See, he didn't like my pick the other night. I picked shoes. I didn't pick shoes of the game. I put, I guess it was multi-shoes of the game. And it was for, from the Lawrence County Lady Bulldogs. And you know why?
Why?
They were all the same.
I love that. I think every team should have a team shoe. I'm not big at all on kids wearing different shoes. That's one of my pet peeves. I like to have team shoes and jerseys tucked in.
Well, if you're playing baseball, you have on a hat, a belt.
Yep. Oh, Kiera Thornsberry.
That was with some authority, but it's going to put Riddle at the line.
Riddle, I think those might be GT cuts maybe that she has on.
You might as well be speaking a foreign language to me. Well, you are speaking a foreign language to me.
Well, I'll tell you.
Well, Jazzy's got on some, is that Jazzy?
No, see, yeah, there's Jazzy. Yeah, let's see what she's rocking tonight. If she ever slows down here. Well, where's she going? She's going all the way out of bounds.
66-45. Shelby Valley improvement from the time that they played at Pikeville.
Much improvement.
18 wins on the season so far. That's a long three by Alvin this is. Pikeville has not lost a game in the region, has not lost a game in the district, and only lost a couple of games in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah, that's
some of their losses were a team from New York beat them, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, a team from New York. I can't remember if they was from New York, but it was in New York.
They played in New York. Yeah.
No.
And what an experience to give your ball club.
Very good. That's one thing I can brag on Christy Orem is, she puts her kids on the biggest stages. And that's one reason why everybody wants to play for her. And I'm going to, I don't know what them are. Somebody might be able to tell us. But we're going to give Jazzy Mead the shoes of the night. I think it's a good, clean, pink-white colorway.
Good job. Offensive rebound by Zoe Johnson. The putback for two.
Let's check her kicks out.
That's the first field goal.
I do not know what she is wearing. And I tell you, the shoes that I like out right now is Sabrina's. I don't know. It's the girl that competed against Steph Curry in the three-point contest.
I'll stick with my Chuck Taylors, high tops.
Now, I don't know about Chucks. I can't roll with them. And go Alvin kicks out Shyla Kidd and Kylie Alvin is probably the future duo. They're the next trendy rogue here at Thornsbury.
Alvin, with that offensive rebound, can handle the ball.
Shot up and good. That was Duncan. Cam Duncan went the bucket.
Pikeville up by 20, approaching the 2-minute mark. There's Sadie Johnson just using power to get to the free throw line.
She's going to work. She'll go to the free throw line here for a chance at 2 free ones. 68-48.
This will be her 7th and 8th attempt and a half from the free throw line.
Cameron Jared Warwick says those are KDs. Cam, we're glad you're tuning in. We know what he's doing. He's doing a little scouting this. He'll be in the house. He'll come back home tomorrow. How about that? Cam Warwick will come home and be coaching on the sideline against his former high school.
I wonder if he would do some lawn work for me tomorrow before.
Okay, so Sabrina's is what Jazzy has on. So
okay.
Jazzy's getting the shoe of the night.
Well, has Jaden Scott started something?
He has. So Jazzy, me getting
so we need to open a shoe store, don't we?
That would be the best investment anybody does these days.
Sadie Johnson, 6 of 8 from the free throw line here in the second half. He got 16 points.
Cameron Warwick says, Cam Warwick says Sabrina's is his favorite shoe. I could see that. You know, my son likes them as well, but I won't buy them. I'll tell him, if you're going to put a girl's shoe on your foot, I know it's unisex. I said, you're going to buy them. There you go. Nice runner by Nicole Lynn.
Says the man who bought some Kobe Halos.
That'll be one of the dumbest things I've done when I look back, you know. But you do things for your kids you wouldn't ever do. Think you'd do, and you know, like I said, I work many nights overtime.
I'm just joking.
No, I know.
I'm more power to them. Wear what, you know. I like the uniform team stuff, but like I say, I go back, you know, just past days of the ark.
Well, and you know, it's honestly, when you look back and think, you know, it's stupid to pay $500 for a pair of shoes, but you know, it's tough to, you know, when your kids want them, and you know, I know Jackson worked his tail off, and you know, he's a kid that you know, he put a lot of hours in, and
but what will they be worth 20 years from now? You took them out of the box, though.
That's true, you know, but I will tell you this, you know, something that me and you probably don't understand nowadays, even used shoes are worth more. Like, you can sell a pair of Kobe's that somebody wore in 2011 that somebody wore an entire basketball season for thousands of dollars. That's unbelievable, ain't it?
Well, I should have kept my should not have cleaned my closet out. I was sitting on a few thousand there.
There you go. The
shoes that I discarded.
There you
There's
go.
a big 3.
No Mo Tuttle.
We're down to about a minute to play. We're going to have mass substitution by both teams. 72-53. Pikeville is going to go through district play undefeated, and we'll get the number 1 seed when it comes district tournament time, and it's going to be played at their house.
My guy Jake Sloan says she has Sabrina's on too. Jake, I'm sure she gets her shoe game from Jake, because Jake is a shoe connoisseur. They'll swing it out now. Valley has a whole new set in. You got Cam Duncan. 3-point bucket made by number 42, Madeline Coleman.
Pikeville to answer.
Yeah. Mark Coleman with a rebound. Here comes Coleman on the break. Oh, and she's going to get fouled. Coleman being very aggressive, Eugene.
You know, I'll tell you what else I like, too. I mean, Pikeville deserves all the accolades that they're getting. But I see a lot of appreciation from the Shelby Valley fans for the effort that these girls have put out tonight.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, they understand, that, this program, needs to, lift itself back to where it used to be. And, right now I think they're very appreciative for how hard these girls are working, night in, night out. I mean, when you look at this scorer, very respected scorer, here. And, Pikeville, would beat a lot more teams worse than this. I mean, they're that good. A lot of people has Pikeville, says this is their region to lose.
Well, I could, with the exception of
Johnson
Central, I can see that.
I could too.
We might find out a little bit more after Johnson Central and probably will get the opportunity to play, but that's the end of the ball game as we're having a little fun here toward the end. But nonetheless, Pikeville does what Pikeville's supposed to do. They go on the road. They finish the district undefeated. They are undefeated in region play now. They are now 8-0 in the region, 4-0 in the district, 22-5 overall in the number 1 seed and the number 1 ranked team moving into district and region tournament. So hats off to the Lady Panthers of Pikeville for a job well done. And for Shelby Valley, brighter days ahead. They played hard.
Eugene, the Mingy Beef Jerky player of the game goes to Kristen Whited with how much?
She had 23 points in the first half, 2 in the second half, 25 for the ball game. But she set the tone early, and, you got to put an asterisk in there because I think Trinity Rowe had a half a dozen assists on those 23 points.
Yeah.
So why did our Mingy Beef Jerky player of the game?
So as we are sitting here, we are 20 minutes away. Pikeville versus Shelby Valley here on the D&D Sports Network. Guys, we're going to step away. We'll be right back in 5 short minutes. Pikeville versus Shelby Valley. Come right back and join us on the Valley Pharmacy post-game update.